Slay the Princess contains flickering image effects as well as a parallax effect that on rare occasions has caused motion sickness in players. If either of these cause health issues for you, you can disable them.
Let me know if you guys need me to. Thank you for the 2 clips. My gay test. Cat gets gamed keywords in 1. Let's go. So the options are behind us, but we figure we're still the best place for this game because the bottom has dialogue and then the other side has dialogue. The dialogue's never behind us other than our own choices that we can read out loud to you guys. So, and I think it tells you what choice you picked at the bottom, but I could be wrong. In Controls DLC, yeah. This chair, fucking rip.
They're all pretty broken now.
Yeah, we need actual not broken wooden chairs at some point. Or just chairs.
Money.
Yeah. IKEA. The injections are working as friends and family notice my hair is thicker now. Maybe my aunt will leave me alone about it. Spirit, that's so exciting. Heck yes. I'm so glad something's working. I use the tablet. It's definitely lighter on the wrist. And Fender, I mean, that could technically work. If a bit less easier than using a keyboard, I might. That's fair. I might look into it. That's fair. Also, whatever horrors you may find in these dark spaces, have heart and see them through. There are no premature endings. There are no wrong decisions. There are only fresh perspectives and new beginnings. This is a love story.
This is a love story.
We've done 5 routes? 4 or 5?
3?
No. We've done 4 or 5.
We did the prisoner, the maiden,
the uwu, which is the...
and the wraith.
Wraith. Yeah, so we did
3.
4. That's 4
That's
you just
3.
listed.
The wraith, the damsel, not the maiden, excuse me, the prisoner. 3.
Oh, you did the ending where you just leave, though. Is that a different one?
I did. I'm not sure what that ended up counting as.
Oh, okay. So that's what I was thinking. You did 4 endings, but it's not 4 princesses.
Not 4
it was only 3 princesses.
Yeah.
You're a jock cat. Just go chop down a tree and carve a chair. Yeah, totally. Also, we don't have headphones in.
Nope.
If there's anything
We're
subtle.
choosing the
so
background.
Let us know if you guys hear an echo from the game, but you hopefully shouldn't. This is just so that way River can actually hear the game a little better than if we were on headphones, because for some reason,
this one.
Nobody can hear normally, but I can if I ever share headphones with people. So
yeah, it's because when you split the sound in half, it's only half the sounds, so it's like half the volume.
River's bullshitting, by the way.
Because you.
I hear it full volume. I hear it the same volume.
So the sound is this big, and then you split it in 2. Each sound is only this big.
River's bullshitting the fuck out of you.
That's how sound works.
Yeah, my fancy headphones take all the volume for some reason. I also have in-ear monitors, so I have
They're
soundproofing
better.
and stuff, so I hear sound very well, whereas over-the-ear headphones don't hear as well, so it's just unfortunate.
I think this is where we are.
Yeah.
It's the latest save.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the
wasn't
end
loud.
of that path is a cabin.
I wasn't expecting him to immediately
and in
talk.
the basement of that cabin is a princess.
This is all voice acted.
Mm-hmm.
We will just say our opinions or thoughts, but we are mostly listening. River will click through stuff we have already done.
I am going to be clicking through stuff we've already
There's the VOD is up. It was from Halloween of us playing the first one if you want to ever catch up. But yeah. We're trying to get whatever the ending is, or our ending would
That's
be.
probably not going to happen today.
We'll see. I don't know. Because also you're locked out of other endings, so you can't get the other version of the Wraith because you were mean and made her into a Wraith, so I don't think you can get the other one now.
Yeah, I don't know.
And we might do the other ones on our own time, but for stream, we're just doing one goal of getting the end.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Let me know if you guys need me to put the sound to 0 for you guys to hear, because it is he's on the quieter end. I guess we'll know more once we get other voices or the princess.
So I'm not going to go through all these options because we've heard them all before.
Yeah, we've done all the
this time.
explore.
So we're going to silently continue to the cabin.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within.
We're going to proceed into the cabin.
Should the cat be lower? I'll have to watch.
You'll have to watch.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale
That
and
doesn't
musty,
seem bad right
and
now.
the floor and walls are
I know.
painted in a fine layer of dust.
Should we take the
The
blade
only
this time?
furniture of note is a plain wooden
I want to
table.
try and put as much
Perched on that
nice
table
in her
is
as
a pristine
possible.
blade.
We did that.
Not all the nice.
Yeah.
There are no more. All the other ones are knife.
What do you mean? We did the one where we're like, we just try to free her immediately.
No,
That's
I
the
know, no.
damsel.
I know. But I figure like it's less aggressive to take the knife. Although I guess we made her as aggressive as possible with the wraith.
Yes. So we went as nice as possible and we went as aggressive as possible, I think.
I think so, yeah. We'll be questing on
The blade.
quite
So
interesting.
I mean, I can not take it this time. We can just enter the
The
basement
cat's
without
floating,
the
by the
knife.
way, because of Alan Wake, because the subtitles all go
Door to
down
the
on the
basement
bottom.
creaks
Gotcha.
open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an
I'm
unseen
just gonna
light
skip
in the
this.
room below.
Yeah,
A
we've heard
voice
it.
soft-
The beginning tends to be pretty similar
Is someone there?
It's
until you start having a lot of dialogue
It's
changes.
the kind of voice you only have to hear. Don't let it fool you.
Hi. No, we did that. I don't
Hey, I
know
think
what's-
I'm here to slay you.
So what will be like?
You must have the wrong address.
Great job. You've given away the element of surprise. Good luck, hero.
Wait, can you go to
What?
settings and see what the volume is in the
I
game?
can.
Walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess.
Can you? Perfect.
There's
Oh, right. It's already. Okay, so I'm going to just put the alerts will be loud. If you guys trigger alerts, they're going to be very loud for you. But I want you guys to be able to hear the voices. So
She's beautiful. I am begging you to stay focused.
Stay
There's a lot
focused.
riding on you here.
Hi. You were joking about coming to kill me, right? Do you think you could get me out of these chains?
Hold on, let's just talk a bit first.
Okay.
been watching the Puppet Master series. A warning for anyone who decides to watch. There's one movie that was an attempt to reboot it called The Littlest. Insert terrible time during history here, as I rather avoid trouble here. That's fair. Whereas the other movies are cheesy and fun to watch. This movie is so awful, I question if the scriptwriter was a bigot. Ooh, good to know, though, and good to be warned about. What the fuck? I've never heard
of any of this.
Yeah, I haven't either, but good to know. Because it sucks to be surprised by that. Blech. Me normally, please. Me sneezing. Yeah, that's River. Actually, no, River's always a demon. River and Tali are two souls that separated.
Okay.
Hi, McBrain. Hello, hello.
What's your name?
Oh,
Princess O.
She pauses, carefully formulating her words
We
before
just
she
started.
responds.
Well, we just started today. We've done 4 other routes, 3 technically, before on Halloween. So we're skipping through stuff we've already seen.
Yep.
you can address me as Your Royal Highness. Or you can just call me Princess if Your Royal Highness is too formal.
Do you not know your name?
Is Princess her name or her title? What if it's both? Could you imagine being named Princess Princess?
Moon Moon.
So is Princess your name?
Like I said, you can call me Princess if you'd like. I'm sorry, I've been down here so long I guess I've just forgotten. I must have a name though. Everyone has a name.
That makes sense.
Okay, that's weird. She hadn't even thought to pick a name for herself. Hopefully you're starting to see that she can't
Princess
be
is a name. Tell that to all the
Go
dogs.
back upstairs,
true.
get the blade, and slay
And
her
cats.
before it's too late.
I've met so many dogs named Princess, though.
I don't know anything about you. For all I know, you're locked up down here for a reason.
Of course I'm locked up down here for a reason. I don't actually know what that reason is, but you don't just stuff a princess in a basement and throw away the key without there being some sort of an explanation, right?
You have all the explanation you need. You should know better than to trust whatever she comes up with.
I like how unsure everything is here.
Mm-hmm.
If you do not have a name, can I call you beautiful? Oh.
I wasn't kidding when I said I was sent here to kill you. You're apparently going to end the world.
Is that why they threw me down here? But I don't want to hurt anyone. I like the world, I think. I don't remember much about it, to be honest. I've been down here for so long.
That's... How long has she been locked away?
Did they tell you how I'm supposed to end the world?
I was hoping you'd tell me.
I was hoping you'd tell me.
I don't know how to destroy the world, if that's what you're getting at.
I believe her. She doesn't have to know how to destroy the world to be capable
I feel
of
like
doing
that's anyone.
That's also true.
At the end of the day, whatever the two of us have going on down here is about trust. Whoever sent you to slay me claimed I was a threat to the world, but they didn't tell you why. I don't trust that. And I don't think you do either, or you wouldn't have come down here to talk.
She has a point. We're talking like this for a reason.
I think this is the first one
So
you
this
did on the
shouldn't
demo.
be
It might
about
have
what
been.
I'd do if I got out of here, or
Because I wanted to know
me
more.
saying the right thing to convince you to save me. This is about how messed up this whole situation is. This is my life we're talking about. Do you really think I can even end the world? Why would I even want to? We both know that if there's people we can't trust in this situation, it's whoever locked me down here, and it's whoever sent you here. And those two groups are probably one and the same.
Don't let her turn the tables here. This isn't about trust. This is about risk. We stand to lose everything, all for the sake of one person, and a subjugating monarch, no less.
It's true.
Why would I even want to? Oh, just for funsies. Before you continue. So, as an artist, I'm wondering if this is actually drawn in pencil and not just in a Photoshop to made to look like pencil?
Yeah.
Or like a program?
I assumed it was drawn in pencil.
Well, I mean, but easily brushes can look like pencil.
That's true, yeah.
So, like, I just thought maybe they did that because that can be really easy, especially when changing position and stuff. But now I'm second guessing it because this really does look like eraser marks,
It does.
especially in the hand where nobody wants to fucking draw hands. Because you don't notice the eraser marks really a little bit here, but not much. It's really noticeable in the hand. Which mood. So anything can be a name. I learned in an English class where we wrote down all the names we could think of in 1 minute, crossed off names others thought of. Well, being a bather, I have met so many unique and not unique names for animals, specifically dogs. Let me tell you, Princess and Gizmo are the two, I feel like I'm probably missing one, but like are like the two most common names.
Gizmo?
Gizmo, especially for Shih Tzus.
Why Gizmo?
Because the gremlin.
Oh, see, I haven't actually watched Gremlin.
Because the main gremlin is Gizmo. That was literally my dad's
I know, I never
dog's
knew why
name.
he named it Gizmo.
and then because he looked like Gizmo, but then my dad just ended up calling him Baby. But like, and Baby.
Baby.
Why did you take that off?
Because it's in the way.
Not gonna use it? There's a certain dullness of the lines with the princess sprite that looks traditional. And then they might have just added gradients digitally. That's probably true. For sure. The shading and or like the coloring. But, or like the monotone. But yeah, like I just thought maybe they used, because like, I don't know, you would have had to use like a light box to really get it the same positions half the time. Or like the fact that they look wavery all the time. I thought that they just maybe like, I wonder how they did that now, since it's by hand. What is that? Finder, can you explain what that is before we click it? It's like CGI versus practical effects. I love the imperfection in IRL effects, yeah. My cousin has a cat named Gizmo, yeah.
If I'm the first person you've seen in a while, what have you been eating or drinking?
I don't see what that has to do with anything.
Okay.
This is the only time
Fluffy.
this is ever going to happen, but I agree with the princess. that's hardly relevant.
From the official account, it's the answer to your question about the art. Oh, can you DM me it instead? I would love to watch it off screen.
Okay, but actually, what has she been eating? She has to eat, right?
I think we've been over this idea in a different route.
I think so.
But just not. It was when we were down there, I think.
What do you want to do?
Hi, Incredible Lobster Boy. Hello, by the way. Okay, but spoiler, you were right. That it's hand-drawn? Wait, which one?
Like a waffle?
Pencil and paper, baby. Yeah.
I'm sorry, but I just can't trust you. This doesn't add up, and it isn't worth the risk to take your word over the potential fate of the world. Go retrieve the blade.
Thank you.
What?
You turn back to the stairs, intent on
Wow,
retrieving
you
the
did
blade
waffle.
in the cabin.
Cool that it's
Never
hand-drawn
got this.
traditionally. Yeah.
I promise you. But go ahead. Run along and get whatever you're planning to get. But you'd better hope that I don't slip these chains before you make it back down here.
Slip these chains.
Hot.
She
I
needed
mean-
our help to get out of here. But do you hear the conviction in her voice? I don't think she's bluffing. She has to be bluffing, but
You can step on me.
hurry.
It's
You
Slay the
rush
Princess
up to the
art.
first floor, grabbing the blade, both yours and
curious
the
how
world's
they make the
only
wiggle
possible
happen.
salvation.
The vibrating?
Yeah.
I think that's just a fact.
It looks like they're swapping between two different drawings. But they could have
You don't-
found an effect that
That's
does
not-
it.
Yeah, I think it's just like a filter.
Yeah. Makes it look more live. Sorry, but that voice change is sexy AF. That doesn't surprise me. Is she a man-eater? She can be. She's a man-eater.
Okay, if we're sure about this decision, I'll support it. I suppose we have a world to save after all.
That's true.
You slowly creep down the basement stairs. It's quiet. Where the princess sat only a moment ago, there's only a severed arm, its cooling flesh still chained to the wall, and she is nowhere to be seen. Is it just me? Or did this room get a lot bigger?
I think it did, actually.
You think we can start over?
Ripple noise distortion shader, making duplicate versions of this detail. Yeah, sounds painful. That's what I was thinking. Which in Photoshop wouldn't be a big deal because you would just duplicate the layer and just like morph the other layer and then swap it between the two. But that's why I'm like, if it's hand drawn, then I wonder how they did it.
I think we got off on the wrong foot. Do you think we can start over?
Oh, you coward!
No, I don't think we can. Why don't you come closer? I have something to show you.
Let's finish this.
Your eyes dart to the corners of the room.
Is she on the
You
ceiling?
don't see her. Where is
Spider now. Free human hand! Woo! Well, is it human?
I can investigate the arm or close the door behind me.
Locking you both in or getting on the other side and closing it?
And no, I think locking us both in.
Okay. I don't know. What big deal?
Investigate the arm.
As you step towards the severed limb,
Oop.
you hear the pattering of feet behind you, soft against the basement floor, then loud and desperate against the stairs. You turn to chase after the princess, but she's fast and has too
Should've
much
shut
of a
the door.
lead.
Oh, well.
She slams the door behind her before you can make it to the top of the stairs. The lock clicks into place. No!
Thanks for letting me out. I'd return the favor, but I think we both know that I can't trust you to let me stay free. You should understand. It just isn't worth the risk.
With those parting words, the princess walks away, her quiet footsteps eventually fading as she leaves you and the cabin to rot. You're stuck here,
Alone.
alone. It can't just end like this, right? As much as I'd prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality.
Sure, you can alter anything else, but not this.
Not
I'm
this.
sorry, but it's over. You don't know how much time passes before the end, but eventually it comes. The world ends, and you end with it.
It never says how.
No, it just ends.
ASMR. Chapter 2, The Witch.
The witch.
Ooh, I like witches.
You're on a path.
I found
in the
ASMR I
woods,
like.
And at the end of that path,
Evil villain
is a
woman
cabin.
talks to you.
And in the
Bet
basement
there's a bunch of
cabin
that.
is a princess.
Probably.
You're here to
Bet
slay her.
GB's done a roleplay.
If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
GB's done a lot of cosplays. I wouldn't be surprised if she's picked a...
I'm getting a
Villain.
terrible sense of deja vu.
A terrible sense of deja vu. No, you don't have that. This is the first time either of us have been here.
Your mistake.
If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. Brilliant. We need to keep our cards close to our chest, and I'm not sure we can trust him. You know I can hear you, right? It's going to be a lot harder
where are
than
the
you think
cards?
to keep secrets from me.
There are no cards in here. Wait! No, I'm too lazy.
Did I say I'm not sure we can trust him? Slip of the tongue, bit of the old brain fog.
Opportunist.
I meant to say that we should probably head over to the cabin and slay that princess. We already know we can't trust her, so let's get on with the show.
Proceed to the cabin.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will.
The princess is
kind
kinda
of
cute, yeah.
Don't worry. You can trust.
Even when evil.
Especially when evil.
Especially when evil.
You guys haven't seen some of them. Well,
A
you
lot
haven't
of them.
seen most of them.
Because, like, the Uwu one is just super anime, big eyes. Like, I'm cute.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember the first one. We didn't have anime. Skeptic?
The first one you did was... No,
Prisoner.
I did
But what was...
The Prisoner.
I'm trying to remember what she looked like.
She looked
then.
normal, I think.
She was mostly normal.
Yeah, because that's where you try to... You eventually
free
agree
her.
to try to free
Oh, and
her.
then we just, like, hang out.
Yeah.
Okay, I think that's what it was. The narrator seems less trustworthy the more we go.
Yeah.
Also, for those that may not have been here the first time we played through, we have noticed that we are probably not human. We have our cursor is like a claw hand with like some feather at the end and some scales.
We have like talons.
Yeah, and they've made
feathers.
references to feathers and preening
ourselves.
Yeah. So every time we're about to see a mirror, but every time we see a mirror, which is every route almost, we can't like look at ourselves. River said it would have been a fun trans
The interior
metaphor,
of the
but
cabin is a
they
mess of
probably aren't
twisted
going that
roots.
route. But it would
The
have been fun.
walls a chaotic weave of knotted wood that, almost as if by accident, just happens to resemble a room.
I like
The floor
witch.
is damp and earthy,
wood.
and the only furniture of note is a slab of mud in the shape of a shelf,
They're just
with
a little
pristine
guy.
blade
Just a little guy.
perched on its edge.
Slab of mud. In the
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Mirror.
Approach the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. What are you talking about? This isn't a wall. It's a mirror. Or at least it'll be a mirror once we wipe off that layer of grime.
Wipe the mirror clean.
You reach forward,
See, there's our
rub
hand.
your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now.
I figure we're like a dragon
I'm
of
gonna
some
take the
sort.
blade this
Okay.
time.
You take the blade from the shelf. It would be difficult to slay
She's
the
a VTuber
princess and
too?
save the world without a weapon. Well,
Apparently,
if we're grabbing a weapon, we should probably keep it hidden behind our backs. She doesn't have to know we have it. That's not actually a bad
let
idea.
me talk. Apparently, the voice actress for the princess actually was just streaming one of their other games.
Scarlet Hollow, I think.
Was it? Yeah, and they liked her voices so much that they asked her to do the voice of the princess for this game. I assume paid, but I don't know.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
definitely like.
Yeah. Into the basement. I just didn't want to talk over the voice acting. That's new.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase dug into the muddy earth below. The ceiling is thick with roots that hang like locks of tangled hair.
Interesting way to
The
describe.
weak starlight from the cabin windows behind you can barely penetrate the gloom here, only illuminating the edges of an opening below. It shines in the darkness like some kind of massive maw waiting to swallow you up into the earth. The air smells of dirt and copper. It's thick and wet, as if your lungs are being coated in mud with each intake of breath.
I know what that feels like.
If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. Her voice skitters up from below.
Something nasty finds itself on my stairs. Come on down. Don't be scared. I probably won't bite.
Oh, this is a fun voice that I would do. I'm not nasty. Hello.
Silence, I see. Don't think I've forgotten about you. I recognized the sound of your nervous little footsteps as soon as they came into my home. I know who you are, and I remember what you've done.
So full.
She must have you confused with someone else. She seems friendly enough. Maybe we can talk our way out of this whole situation. You can't. Unless you slay her right away, she's going to break free and end the world. There's no reasoning with what she is. Look, I'm just throwing ideas out there. I like to think out loud. I'm the kind of guy who likes a discussion. Don't we want to hear what everyone has to say before making any big decisions? Do you want to hear what everyone has to say? Or do you just want to hear yourself talk?
Do you have the time?
You need to
Listen
stop
to me.
lingering. Your task is to slay the princess, not endlessly debate about what to do with the princess.
The narrator's
Fine,
terrible.
fine. You're the boss.
Alright. What's she look like?
Thank you. You
She's even
descend
got a
the
tail.
basement steps,
Oh, look at those feet.
entering the dark room
Hello.
below.
Those are good feats.
Those are good feats.
You can just make out the shape of the princess
It's a
in
furry.
the room.
Let's
She's huddled
go!
against the far wall, her eyes bright and glaring from amid the thick roots.
And there you are, one hand tucked away behind your back, gripping that sharp, sharp blade, no doubt.
That's no fair. How would she know that?
She's a witch.
So, we've
I love her
dropped
little
the
moon face.
pretenses.
Mhm.
Good.
You made a comment back in the woods about having been here before. Now she's acting like the two of you already know each other. Oh, no. You've already been here, haven't you?
I said slay the
That's
princess,
pretty
not lay the
sharp.
princess.
How'd you figure that one out? Call it deductive reasoning. Well, you seem to be great at it. So, you really don't remember us, do you? No, I don't. But you and the princess clearly have a shared reality, even if I'm not a part of it. I won't waste time fighting you on something that's clearly true. I'm just glad we could put all this behind us. Is it all behind us? Just focus on the task at hand. I don't care if you've been here before, and I don't care if you think you'll go somewhere else after this. My world is on the line right now, so I'd appreciate it if you would take this seriously and slay her. Let's chat her up a bit first. Maybe we can find a middle ground where everyone's happy. Don't talk to her. You're just going to make things more difficult than they have to be.
Well, I seem to remember you having a tongue.
I never forget that tongue. Her face, I love it.
There's a lot of different options here.
There are so
There are
many.
so
Oh my
many
god.
Let's start with, I get the sense that you're not happy with me.
Is that a joke? Do you think a joke will charm my trust back? You'll have to try harder than that.
I didn't do shit to you last time. You're the one who locked me away until I died.
You're gonna be aggressive?
That is an exceptionally good point.
And you were the conniving beast that left in search of steel to slay me. Just because I won and you lost doesn't mean I'm to blame for bad blood.
Also a good point.
Now we got bad.
She can't even hear
No.
you. Why are you trying to brown-nose her? I'm not brown-nosing anyone. I'm just taking a fair and balanced approach and hearing out everything that everyone has to say. If she's in the wrong, then you don't have
Hi, Trev.
anything.
Hello. Flesh Tuber stream. It just works easier when me and River stream things
Unfortunately.
together. Unfortunately.
But I must confess, this place never let me out into the world. While you were gasping your last down below, I was trying to claw and bash and break my way out. But I never did manage to be free. Until finally, I found myself here again. And you were gone.
So the world didn't end. Or she
The world
didn't end.
ended
Yes.
while she was trying to get out
Yeah.
of the cabin.
It seems that you get to come and go as you please. And you may be a bigger part
Oops,
of the
my
answer to
finger
this riddle
slipped.
than I'd like you to be. Maybe bygones can be
I know those were
bygones.
still.
That one
That one
and
stays.
Reaper always stays. Effing Finder, thank you for the $6.66. Yeah, like I said and warned, alerts will be loud because I have to have
That was loud.
alerts is connected to desktop audio, and in order to raise the volume of the game, I have to increase the desktop audio because this is as loud as the game goes. That's the best I could. Blame Finder. Look at that smug bastard. Your finger did not slip. Who do you want that to go towards, Finder? Let me know. Do I have the? Hey, let me know over in the corner who you want that to go towards. Left, middle, right. You know the drill. You know the names. Some of us are partially deaf. I knew that would come in handy one day.
I do really like this design for the princess. I have to
Meaty
say.
one. Is that Meteon?
I really dig it.
6, 7. Yeah, no, I love her design here.
I love the little.
Ubu, and she has like a little,
Mm-hmm.
not button nose, but like a cat nose,
Yeah,
canine nose or something. I like her feet.
I like her feet.
I like that they're claws. They like look like they're ready to run like a cheetah. Okay, you're being weird about it. She looks like she exclusively drinks energy drinks and no water. I mean, fair.
Mm-hmm.
I like, when I say I like feet, it's like when I say I like Byron or Tali's feet. I like the toe beans and I like the fuzziness. It's a different kind of feet.
No, I agree with you.
Let the fingers sleep again and I'll make finger sandwiches. Good luck trying to get him. Toby. Okay.
I won't say that. The bird.
Meteon?
Yeah. She also has feet like this.
Yeah.
It's a really cool design element.
Yeah, River really wishes that 14 would make her a race.
Well, I really wish all of 14s were more monstrous and not just
Humanoid.
human
like-
with ears.
I mean,
and a tail.
Hrothgar
Human.
is
Hrothgar,
pretty,
yeah.
but they haven't
If
made
they
the
make-
females yet.
Femme Hrothgars, and they're just like fuzzy Mikate, I will
Yeah, that's fair.
not do anything.
Hi,
Keep
Fatal.
playing.
I've seen like some swole, like
Mhm.
snow leopard women and stuff, and I'm like, oh, I'd
They're
be
not going to
tempted.
do that. They're not going to do it.
They're not.
They're
How are you
cowards.
doing? Hope
Anyway.
y'all are feeling amazing today. You too, Fatal.
But you'll have to let me out first.
It's a good face.
I love that face. Ooh.
Let's see. Why do I have a nagging feeling you're going to stab me in the back if I help you out of here?
And why would I do such a thing? Is someone's guilty conscience getting to them? But I wouldn't worry. As much as I may hate you, letting you live is in my best interests. If you get me out of here, the only thing that will be dead and buried is the bad blood between us.
I noticed we haven't gotten closer to her. Because usually by now we've seen like a close-up of her face. Not that we necessarily have gotten closer, but
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that nagging feeling you mentioned is me, by the way. I'm actually a little anxious about a potential backstabbing event. She needs us to get out of here. We'll be fine if that's what we decide to do. You won't be fine because destruction is in her nature. If she gets out of here, that's it for the world, remember? Even if that's true, that doesn't automatically mean she's going to stab us in the back. I think that depends on your definition of words like stab and in the back. She might not literally do that, but she could very well symbolically do the same thing. See? He gets it.
anything can be
There's nothing
anything if you
wrong
twist
with
the words
looking out
right.
for number
Sure.
one.
Starbucks vanilla frappuccino from Albertson. Nice.
Can't you get out of there on your own? Those chains didn't stop you last time.
Oh, of course. They're nothing to me.
The princess grins as the chains fall from her wrist.
That's fun.
Aww.
I like
She
that.
could have gotten out of those the whole time. That sneaky little... A woman after my own heart, really. She knows how to hold her cards close to her chest. This is why she can't just be abandoned here. If left to her own devices, she'll find a way out. Now stop her.
Well, you could just leave with her.
I can leave with her. I can give her the blade as a gesture of my goodwill. I can try to leave her in the basement. Or I can try to stab her again.
I would say one of the first two, but whichever one. If you just want to leave with her or if you want to give her the blade. Because, like, I don't know. She's too sneaky. I mean, if she wants to kill us, she's going to.
Yes.
In any of those routes. So, like, we never win. Oh, we have killed her. That's not true.
Yeah, we kill her. We will
When she
be
became
killing her at Bugs.
the Wraith, we killed her.
Yeah.
I did not expect that in either.
It was very good.
Pika Smug Face. It is the Pika Smug
Yeah.
Face.
Yeah, it's so good.
There it is, that Pika Smug.
I think I'm going to try to slay her.
Of course, whoever wants to do the opposite thing.
Because, okay, my instinct is to, like, do this.
Then do that.
Because that's cool narratively, right?
Then do it.
But...
But because we both want it, you don't want us to have it?
Right,
Like, what the fuck?
yes. Okay, fine. I don't want to hurt you, but clearly there's some broken trust. Take this as a gesture of my goodwill and give her the blade.
You can't be serious.
I also like making the narrator mad.
Now, hold on. We should put this to a vote.
I do like to make the
The
narrator
blade is
mad.
one of our most valuable assets. We can't just give it to her. What if she uses it to kill us? I vote no.
We are being a little inconsistent here because last time we did intend to slay her.
Does
And then just fucked
consistency
up on it.
matter? It doesn't. It just dictates which ending we get of this route.
When you're writing a character, you want them to be narratively consistent. You don't want them to constantly be changing their motivations.
We're writing the character however
Right.
we want.
We're a bad writer.
I want
As
to date
do
the
I.
princess. Yeah.
I abstain. You abstain. She's going to kill us if we give it to her.
We don't know that. Yeah, never mind. That was such a silly idea. I'm not going to give her the blade. She clearly hates us. This isn't a democracy. We're giving her the blade.
You're going to get everyone killed.
I'm
You
an
know
artist,
that.
not a writer. Yeah.
But of course you do. You toss the blade at the princess's feet. She eyes it with suspicion before kneeling down to pick it up.
I wouldn't have done that. Why did you?
She creeps forward, taking one cautious step at a time until you and she are face to face.
What do you think happens now?
I love her tail.
Yeah. Her crown is like sticks,
Yeah.
and her hair has sticks in
Oh,
it.
yeah.
She's the witch. Can you snooze that?
I can snooze that.
Thank you. I figure we'll run it after we finish this route. Cleavage. The face of a murderer.
You're like, we're both scared and we're both hurting. If one of us doesn't make a change, we'll probably kill each other forever. Do you want that? I don't. We can be better than this.
Her shoulders tense and her eyes dart away.
This is another trick. You're trying to sow doubt, but it's not going to work on me.
And then
Yeah.
she buries the
Okay.
blade in your heart.
I mean, I figured that would happen anyway.
What? No. No, come on, that's not right. I told you. This is what she was going to do. Glee dances across her face as you fall to the ground.
I did it. I got you. You...
The princess seems to tremble, her smile fading quickly, replaced with concern. Her nervous eyes brim with tears.
Why? Why did you let me do this?
She's got like claws, hairy legs,
Yeah.
furry.
But you don't have the strength to respond, nor do you have the time. Everything goes dark, and you die.
We made her
Oh, does this
question.
one
Chapter
have a...
3, the Thorn.
Past life gambit. Hand your power to a suspicious character.
You're on a path in the woods.
Ooh.
Oh, these
Can't
are.
believe she actually stabbed us.
I didn't click there.
Oh.
This is different.
Yeah, the woods are barren. Ah, barren.
Yeah.
What chains? Thank you, Kat, for the clip.
Do you want to continue?
Why wouldn't we?
Bad.
Oh. Yeah, we'll play an ad right now because then I'll just go pee. So that way, anyone who's watching that isn't subbed, you won't be missing the story.
Yep.
So we're gonna take. Are you gonna take a break?
Yeah, I'm gonna get up.
Okay, we're gonna take a quick break. So get up, stretch, hydrate, do all the things you guys need to do, and we'll be back in a couple minutes only. So no worries. How do I do? How do I do things? Okay, bye. We're coming back. Hi guys. The ad should be done. You guys should be good. We're back. Thank you for the welcome back.
To a different forest
Yeah.
and a different path.
I told you not to give her the blade. I told you it would come around to bite us. I voted against it. Yeah, we know. You already got your I told you so's in while we were bleeding out. I just wanted to make sure that everyone here knows that I was and am on the right side of that argument.
That seems right.
Oh, you're far from being on the
no.
right
Oh,
side
no.
of anything. You're fixated on the past, whereas the
Oh, no.
Shippy
It's-
is fixated on the future.
He's back.
He's back.
Ho ho!
I didn't think that was very smitten.
I like it. Tell
It's
me
just
more.
I trust you. And like we're gonna try. There wasn't like I'm in love with you. You're beautiful. Like we didn't do the options that were like you're beautiful and stuff. What?
It was kind of romantic.
Okay, but that's perspective. That's not like obvious.
It's like we both keep hurting each other, so
Oh, wait.
let's try to stop hurting each other.
That's just nice.
And she was a hot furry.
And she was a hot furry.
And she was a hot furry who stabbed me.
Yeah. Anyway.
If that's not love.
Gladly, my dear
Oh, no.
fellow, by cruelly turning on the princess in her moment of vulnerability, we made ourselves an enemy. But by mastering our fear and insecurity and handing over our power, we've begun a journey to something so much deeper. I like journeys. Traveling is a bit of a passion of mine. It makes me so relatable.
I
Now,
relate.
where are we off to? Well, if we're
Capuchins.
lucky, it's a journey to love. She hates us. Does she? She hesitated before
She did not
stabbing us to
hesitate
death.
before stabbing
There
us.
might
She
be
hesitated
Hesitate
a
after
kernel of
stabbing us to death.
affection in that angry, angry heart. As ridiculous as this guy is, maybe he has a point. I don't know if I necessarily buy into his whole love journey thing, but maybe she won't be as keen to betray us this time. We've already proven to her that we can change, so maybe she'll realise that things don't have to end in violence.
What was this?
You know, maybe
The
you're
thorn.
right. In which case, I suppose the only thing to do is to get back to the cabin and give it another try.
We might have made her
What
less
another
furry.
try exactly? You are aware I've been listening to you, right? It makes no difference if we conspire in the shadows or bear our intentions with open hearts. We are breaking your cruel
Yeah.
cycle and whisking her away to freedom. Oh, are you now?
I can't do that.
Great.
do it
so you've
when I'm
obviously
not
been here
actually
before,
trying.
since you apparently died at least once. Sure,
Oops.
twice.
It did that automatically because
Then I'll spare
They're
you the little
interjecting.
introduction I had planned. You already know about the princess,
click
and
that,
clearly
stop.
you already know that she's dangerous. So don't muck this up. It's bad enough that this isn't your first time through.
because when it does that, the next character just interjects before the first character is done talking.
Twice actually.
So I need
was
to
funny.
watch for that.
Okay. Also, do you want to save? I don't know.
No.
Okay.
What's the point? Like, I could have saved before I chose whether or not to give her the knife.
Oh, all
And
right.
reloaded back there. That's what, like,
Oop.
that's what, like, half of these save files are. 4 choices that
Yeah.
we keep not going back to.
But at
We
the
might as
same
well just
time, it
go forward.
rewrites. Yeah, it
Yeah.
rewrites everything you do.
This place is different. It keeps changing.
Wonderful. If the woods themselves are changing, then that's all the more reason for you to take this seriously. It would mean your grip on things is slipping, which, in turn, likely means her influence is spreading.
That's a weird...
Our influence is spreading.
Someone's in the know. I've already said too much. The more information you have, the more difficult your task will be. Don't listen to her, definitely don't free her, and if you can, don't even think about her. You don't have to worry about me. My head's always empty. Except for thoughts of her.
I really thought he was going to say, romantic sigh.
That's a lot. You sure seem to be taking the whole looping thing in stride.
What do you want me to say? It's bad that you've been here before. It's bad for you, it's bad for me, and it's especially bad for the world. The more times you run through this, the more likely it is that you'll fail. You've already failed twice. So you knew this could happen. Theoretically, sure. I don't care about where we came from, and
Theoretically, sure, I knew this could happen, but I was supposed to be the first. I'd really rather we not get into it.
Speak for Smitten.
I don't care about where we came from, and I don't care to discuss the theory of anything. I yearn only to bring her freedom. I'm here to feel, not to think.
Thank you.
then we can all move on and forget what I said about failure.
I'm curious now.
It's important that you believe in yourself,
Maybe I'll
and the
do
fact
that.
you're here probably means that you still have a chance to pull this off and save the world.
Look.
My world, at least. It sounds like you've probably doomed a couple of others already. I need to stop talking. Think happy thoughts.
Think happy thoughts.
What do you want,
Sooth.
Bear? Oh, it's a happy
Okay.
baby. My son. My son, what do you want? Sue, thank you for the 488 biddies. This is where we came from. Who would you like that to go towards? Let me know. He only does this when you and me are streaming.
Only when, yeah.
He doesn't do this when I'm by myself. Excuse me, son. Come here.
Can you go this way? This way? This way? Should probably take care of those.
Nope. You stay in there.
Sooth says let's go with blue this time.
Okay. I got you. I got you. On Bear? No. That could hurt him.
Yes,
still
we
have to
still
see the
haven't seen the
princess end of the
princess
world.
in the
Yeah.
world.
Yeah. He's back for more. He's gonna lay down.
I do have I can turn around and leave on this forest screen, which is interesting.
Bless you.
This feels like I shouldn't say this if I'm trying to do the reconciliation thing of you hurt me, I hurt you. I'm not going to continue hurting you, break the cycle,
Yeah.
etc. We're even now. I'm sure she understands that, but we can see what she has to say for herself when we get to the cabin.
Yes. Good. Playing both sides. That's what smart people do, and you're the smartest in the room. I'm not sure it counts as playing both sides if people can hear you doing it. Buddy, you're
can't.
thinking in far too few dimensions. There's layers to doing this right, and I'm pretty sure the one making the choices gets that. Trust in the plan.
Trust in the plan.
Trust in what plan? The decider's plan. Sure, we don't know what the plan is yet, but that's part of the whole trusting thing, isn't it? A good leader knows how and when to keep things secret, and sometimes a good leader even knows to keep things secret.
No. My son. Oh.
Well, this is what we're doing now.
I actually meant to have him. There we go.
There isn't a plan, and that's the whole point. We're supposed to be guided by emotion. We're supposed to passionately live in the moment, and I'm sure that when the time comes, those passions will tell us to set our darling princess free.
Darling
Darling.
If I were
princess.
you, I'd remember what she's done. You know how dangerous she is. And you should know that someone like her shouldn't be let loose upon the world.
And
Yeah.
it's just saying the same things.
Yeah. And you missed Baron. He's on my lap now.
Yep. Screw the cabin. What happens if we just leave?
She gets out is what happens. Maybe not right away, but eventually. And a world that's doomed tomorrow is just as bad as a world that's doomed today. He's a bummer, isn't he? All doom this and doom that.
Also,
There's
she
more to
stabbed
the
us,
world
didn't
than
we?
how and when
She
it
did
will
stab us in
end.
the heart.
Love is
When we
what
gave her
makes
the knife.
everything worth doing. Whatever you do, don't listen to this one. He's ridiculous. Whatever he wants you to do the opposite.
No matter what happens next, it seems like all our answers are in the cabin. Let's see this through.
It isn't long before you find yourself at the base of the cabin.
Rose thorns.
I think it's clear where everyone stands at this point.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'd say everyone. You talking about me? I have a position. It's a good one, too. Ignore him, he's just talking for talking's sake. My position is the only one that matters. You know what you have to do.
Proceed into the cabin.
The interior of the cabin is hardly an interior
That's
at
not what
all
that looks
anymore.
like.
The burned out ruins merely suggest the shape of the structure that once stood here.
Poppies?
Charred wood still reeking of
I think
ash.
they're poppies.
But beneath it lies the fresh smell of spring growth after rain, the promise of new life in the wreckage of the old. The only furniture of note is the crisp shell of what was once a table, a pristine... Wait, this isn't right? There's supposed to be a pristine blade. Why isn't there a pristine blade? We gave it to her last time. She can't still have it,
Right.
can she? Well, it's not here. And if she has it, let me guess, you want to get all chummy with her. Look, as far as I see it, if it's between him and her, I say we side with the one who has the weapon. It's just the smart thing to do.
Remember this from the demo. Like
No, this definitely wasn't in the demo.
No.
They stopped as soon as we met the princess for the second time. I do remember the last time there was a third chapter. There was also no knife because we'd given it to her.
Yeah. That would have been Wraith.
That makes a pattern.
I wouldn't be so hasty. I'm sure the
Good
blade
writing.
will turn up somewhere. She can't have it. That's not how this is supposed to work. If she does have it, that's all the more reason to put our faith in her. We've already shown her our heart. Now she has to show us hers.
Maybe literally.
Unless her heart tells her to stab us, which doesn't seem unlikely, so yes, I agree. Let's make sure we get on her good side.
How do we even get down there? The only thing I see is that mirror.
You're right, the mirror is back. There isn't anywhere for us to go. But there isn't a mirror. I still don't get his angle here. Either way, I say we take a look. It feels like it's been forever since we've actually seen ourselves. For all we know, our feathers are all out of place. And that's why we haven't yet won her heart. We must put our best face forward. Yeah, we can't go around looking disheveled. A real go-getter takes care of his appearance. So, is the door to the basement behind the mirror? I promise you there isn't a mirror, and there isn't a door to the basement. The entrance is more of a burned-out frame than anything else, and it's right there on the far side of the room. Do you really not see it?
Approach the mirror.
You step forward and approach the scorched entryway leading to the basement, hesitating before you begin the descent. You know what you have to do. Wipe away the grit from the mirror, and behold our handsome features. It went away when we touched it last time.
Wipe the mirror
You
clean.
reach forward and wave your hand through the hollow entrance leading to the basement. Alas, our fine feet...
I'll look away for 1 second.
Look. You really thought there was a mirror there, didn't you? That can't be good. As if things weren't unpredictable enough. Alas, our fine features remain unseen. We'll just have to trust that she'll find us beautiful as we are.
Well, seems like the only way to go is forward, isn't it? Yes,
My right
that's where
hand is
everything tends
holding
to be.
Baron's chest
Let's just
up.
put on
Yeah.
a good face and have
looks
a
really
look what's
uncomfortable.
about us.
He's staying.
I guess we enter the basement.
You step through the frame of scorched wood and make your way into the darkness below. The stairs to the basement are covered in a fine layer of gritty ash. The air still feels warm, as if the fires that ruined this place had only recently been extinguished. Yet fresh shoots of thorny branches are already weaving themselves through the soot-covered earth of the walls around you. Their spines point courteously down towards the basement, so you're able to brush past their jagged points with ease, at least on the way down. But you don't need to think about the way back up just yet. That's a matter for after the world's been saved. These
I'm not thinking
thorns are
about
an
barred
expression
penises,
of
I'm
her
not thinking about
pain.
barred penises.
I know it. She's calling out for help.
Why?
Cause that's how they work! And she was a furry, and we all know how cat penises are. So that's all I was like,
We
is
do.
that the metaphor for the vine?
We do all know how cat penises are.
Okay, I might be weird and know how cat penises are because fucking
We all are furries here.
that's not why I know it. I'm Ace. No, I know it because my friend
Doesn't
watched a lot of Animal Planet. What? Define we. Male cat penises are barbed. And for
It is
ease
known.
of going in, but not necessarily coming out,
The more immediate metaphor might have been a thorn in someone's side.
but thorns are not one way. Like if you look at a rose thorn, they're like
They point straight out.
they
yes.
point straight out.
Yes.
I do not want that visual image. It's just a fact. It's just human
It's a
nature,
truth. Not human nature. Animal
animal nature. Also, the reason we giggled before is because Baron's ear slapped River's arm.
Scientifically accurate thundercats.
No.
We're gonna continue.
I hate that. I knew it too because my internet in biology, or interest in biology, I'm sorry. That's how I know how that a hyena's clit can get so big it drags on the floor. I found that
I
out
do know
like in the
that as
last
well.
couple years ago. Yeah. It's unfortunate it's only hyenas.
Her voice, worn down by pain and suspicion, hobbles up the stairs.
I can't get away from you, can I? I lock you away and you come back. You let me kill you and you come back. I don't know why you let me do that.
I don't know what you want from me. Sorry, Kat, did you say it's unfortunate? Yes.
I just I don't know. I don't know what I want. I don't know what I want. I never really choose to come here.
I think you know how this goes. I'm down here and I can't leave. So come down and talk. It's not like I can stop you.
Yes, indeed. Huh.
You continue down the basement stairs, brushing past the smooth edges of thorns that grow more and more plentiful as you make your way forward. You step out into what was once a vast open cavern, now overrun by briars and prickles and thistles, the space thick with hostile vegetation.
I feel really bad now. Oh.
At the heart of it all, encased in a tight weave of vines, is the princess, her bloody, trembling hands clutching a pristine blade.
Did you know this was going to happen to me? Are you here to watch me suffer? Are you here to laugh?
Now I feel bad. She's got like a lot of self-hate thing going on. Or is she like...
Oh, we'd be really mean.
Wow.
Oh, be really mean.
You're in a, what was it?
You're in a prison of your own making. I broke our cycle of violence. If you still want to wallow in it, be my guest. Fine, if you're going to be like that, I'm going to leave. Have a nice life.
I figured we'd help her. Now I feel bad we put her in this
Yeah,
position.
I'm here to laugh. What did you think would
Don't
happen
like
after you killed me? Did you think I wouldn't hold it against you? I'm not here to laugh. I'm here to free you. if you'll let me. I can cut you free, but you'll have to give me the blade.
And I'm supposed to believe it's safe in your hands? That you aren't just saying what you need to say in order to fool me and save yourself?
You're not the only one who yearns for freedom. I'm as trapped as you are. I think we need to leave together.
The princess clutches the blade closer to her chest.
That sounds nice. I'm so tired of the bad blood between us. But it's hard to let it go. You've hurt me.
Her eyes dart away from yours for a brief moment.
And I've also hurt you.
Is there nothing I can say to change your mind?
I don't know. What can either of us really say at this point? How can we trust something as hollow as words?
She's right, there's nothing left to say. So let's get a move on and do something before she comes up with a scheme to get out of here on her own. We don't need words to send a message. It is through action that we can show her our adoration, our devotion, our kindness.
What's the last one?
They're all turn and leave, just various
Gotcha. Yeah, I don't want to do that.
meanness.
Sick and epic comeback.
Yeah, I don't want to
instead
just
of princess
abandon
Anne.
her. But I don't want to just grab for the blade.
Yeah,
either.
that's fair.
Can I take the blade now?
Her eyes briefly meet yours, then dart back to the floor. She hangs her head in resignation.
Okay.
But the narrator's just going to take control of us and make us stab her.
But she would know, like, we could fight it. And it might not happen because it's third chapter, but we'll
Maybe.
see.
Reach for the blade.
You reach towards her bloodied hands, laying your palm on her trembling fingers. For a moment, she clutches it even tighter, her knuckles going white with the effort. But then the tension fades. Her grip finally loosens and she allows you to take the weapon. You carefully pull it free from the thorns, though they scrape at your skin, leaving red trickles of fresh blood all along your arms. She trusts us. She trusts us. Doesn't that set your heart aflutter?
No.
Definitely does not trust us.
No, but she
Yeah,
doesn't see other
a little.
choices.
It could just be nerves. Being this close to her does bring back unpleasant memories, but I don't know, it doesn't feel bad. It feels good. Like we're special to her.
I'm not a fan of that either.
Yeah.
We are special to have gained an ounce of trust from a maiden so guarded. Now all that remains is to free her from her bindings. Yeah, let's do it. Let's show her how much both of us have changed. Or, hear me out, we slay her. Right here, right now. She's never been so helpless, and if we don't take advantage of that, we may never get another chance.
Baron just buried
That
his
sounds
face
like
in
a
between my
splendid
hand and
idea. You
River's
should
arm.
listen to him. I see that the lines have been drawn. It's 2 against 1. It's 2 against 2. You don't count. And why shouldn't he count? Because he's clearly not one of us. That doesn't matter. He's been with us the whole time. He should get a say.
So, did you mean it? Or was I a fool to hand my life to you?
I just wanted my blade back. You're on your own.
Baron has decided. Oh, I got my
You can
arm
move
back.
your hand.
Oh, my elbow genuinely feels like stiff now. Hold on, I'm scooting closer now. I want to cut her free.
Yeah, I want to cut her free.
Yes, what a good idea. Let's cut her free. Oh, so you...
My fingers twitch.
No, they don't. You read it and go, oh, I'm continuing.
No, I don't.
Oh. So, you're suddenly team free her. You can't just switch sides as soon as we make a decision.
I can do whatever I want,
I've
and
lost the
I
mouse.
believe with my whole heart that this is the right course of action. Let's free this princess. Everyone deserves a chance at redemption. Let him join us and be merry. We are all united by our passions. That's right. What he said. We've already given him a chance at redemption. And who says I don't deserve another? I really mean it this time. I'm big enough to admit when I'm wrong. So I want to help you all free her. And I have no problem with that. Welcome to the team. You're one of us now. One of the good guys. You take the blade to the thorny vines imprisoning the princess, and she flinches, relaxing only slightly as the blade slices into the thick vegetation rather than her arm. And she flinches again as the last of the vines is cut away, as if, after all of that, she's still expecting you to turn on her and stab her in the heart. But you're not going to do that, are you? Still, all it would take is a single slip of the blade. Such a pathetic attempt at distraction and subterfuge. Our blade is a dashing sword, and every dashing sword is an extension of its hero. It won't slip.
See, fingers can slip, and Babu.
I said twitch.
That reply of, I just wanted my blade back is kind of great, yeah.
You're right. He can't even make it slip, can he? He's a bit of a nobody. Good thing I've been on your side of all this since the beginning. The princess falls into your arms, tears streaking down her cheeks. I can't believe you're making me describe this.
This is just more
I
sad.
hate
Yeah.
I
you.
hate you. It just makes me sad.
Yeah.
You actually meant it. You rescued me.
Do you see the way she's looking at us? Kiss her. Kiss her
I don't even
now
wanna do that.
before
This
the
is not the
moment
moment to
ends.
kiss her.
No. Oh my god, you can just kiss
You can
her.
just kiss her. I would not just kiss her here. It's a very...
I think I would say, of course
I did.
Yeah.
She smiles, her hand slipping into yours, and the two of you rush to the basement stairs.
So I
You
guess that's
should
part
have
of her dress.
kissed her, you fool! It was the perfect moment! Shameful, really, that the same thorns that so graciously allowed you downstairs are now blocking your only way out.
We still have a knife.
Yeah.
Please, after all the trials we've been through, do you really think a few measly thorns can stop us? Love is an even more powerful weapon than our blade. We cut through those other vines just fine. They're only thorns. I'm not afraid of getting a few scrapes. I'm not even sure we need to do any cutting. We can just move them out of the way. What a pathetic showing, really.
A few pointy sticks can't keep us down here. We're both meant for so much more than this.
Which one do you want to try?
That's interesting, actually, that this is an option.
Yeah.
Are they going for a symbolic thing where, like, it would be bad to continue using the knife because it's a symbol of, like, the ways we've hurt each other?
Possibly. And this is more trust?
Yeah, or is it more of a symbol of, like, we've taken this implement that we've used, or am I overthinking it?
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if this was all symbolic. I mean, the guy said, like, we could just move him.
I don't trust that voice. The opportunist.
One is ouchy, one's less ouchy.
Maybe. What was your instinct?
Step into the thorns because of the symbolism.
Okay.
Like,
do it.
before you even said symbolism,
for
I was
it.
thinking that.
As you step into the thorns covering the basement stairs, they yield.
Symbolism.
Both you and the princess ascend the stairs without obstacle. This is unacceptable. The second you step out of this cabin with her, the world ends. Do you hear me? What did the world ever do to you to deserve this?
I know why the world ends.
It's because that's where the story ends?
That's the game ends.
Yeah.
So their world ends.
Yeah. Yeah.
There is no cabin.
There's no
yeah.
cabin.
Also, like,
Bye, Sooth.
the other thing. Oh, bye, Sooth. Have a lovely evening. You have a safe, lovely weekend. Oh, it's Sunday.
It's
the end of
Sunday.
the weekend.
Yeah.
Have a safe night and good luck at work. Take care of yourself. I was thinking the thorns are like symbolism of her like trying to protect herself and her conflict. So if we both leave together, they're less likely to hurt or something because she's with us. Whereas if we tried to leave without her, it'd be a different thing.
Yeah.
Your nightmare is our dream. Whatever world would condemn an innocent like her to a cycle of violence and despair isn't a world worth saving. We'll weave something new together. Something better.
Very,
When the princess
once
hesitated
you
at
walk
the
away
cabin
from
door,
Omelas.
this is your last chance.
Wow.
We've already made our decision.
We're finally leaving here together, aren't we? And all we had to do was trust each other. It wasn't easy, but I'm glad we finally could.
Step into your freedom.
Hands
Turning over a new
clasped,
leaf, work
the
through
two
some
of you
issues.
open the door
And learn to trust
step out into a new day, you irredeemable murderers.
What do we do now?
This was a pretty good route, actually.
Oh, it's coming.
Where's everything going?
Yeah.
Why is it so cold?
Creepy.
You do not get the chance to respond, nor will you ever. It's time to leave. Memory returns.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
We've
We've
done
done
that.
both of those.
So just approach.
Yeah. You approach the mirror.
Gaze into your reflection.
Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave. But you need to see what's in it.
The remains you've unraveled.
You've unraveled. You find yourself in the long quiet once again.
Proceed to the cabin.
You are at the cabin.
Approach her. That's not capitalized there, but
There's a world beyond the endless walls of the long quiet. We're supposed to be there. Do you know what we'll find out there?
Interesting that, like, the way it's holding her this time.
it's like hugging her.
Or, like, holding her in place.
Yeah. Here, you look through all those.
Oh boy, there's a lot of choices.
This game's very fun. I loved that evil hand TM animation. Yeah. Simple and cute love story. What the fuck?
What, do you know what we'll find out there? Is that a rhetorical question? Do you know? Do you want to tell me?
Rhetorical. I am not rhetorical. I have only known these spaces, and I have known flickers of the lives you've brought me. Short and violent and full of passion. But all of those flickers end where the long quiet begins. I'm asking you because I cannot know your mind. Do you know what we'll find out there?
Do you think that anything is real out there? Do you think that we're real?
We are real. Nothing is an idea that dwells in the absence of something. But nothing cannot exist on its own. And because of that, nothing can't exist.
There's trees and stars, and there are people, I think. At least they're supposed to be people.
There is a warmth and sadness in me at the thought of people. Fresh tears on a winter's day. They are not like us. They do not last.
Do you have thoughts on this vessel?
This one yearns for connection she feels she doesn't deserve. Even when shown compassion, she hid herself away. She will make for a cautious heart. Do not mourn her. She isn't alone anymore.
Do you know what's going to happen when you awaken?
No. The point of awakening is to find out.
When you send me back, I'm not alone. There are voices that speak to me. Some of them are me, but one of them is something else. I call him the narrator, and he wants me to kill you. Do you have a narrator? Have the vessels had one?
No. Their thoughts are quiet. Do you think your narrator lives in the spaces beyond?
Oh boy. He does.
All of them say he
He
does.
does. I don't know why, but I know this for a fact. I don't know what I'm going to do when I find him. And when I find him, you and I are finally going to have answers. And when I find him, I'm going to kill him. He does, but you're going to keep that to yourself. I'm going to pick, you and I are finally going to have answers.
Do not look to one who fears me for your truth. The only answers worth knowing are those we can find within ourselves.
How many more vessels do I need to bring you?
One. Whatever you bring me next will be enough, and then gravity will pull the others back to me. I will be singular, a final multitude.
If this is the last time, is there anything you would like me to bring you?
These gifts are a conversation, and each one shows me the contours of your heart. The only thing I want to see is what you choose for me when the thread is fully drawn.
I'm ready to go back.
It dictates.
Look.
The next time I see you, each of us will finally know what we are.
We don't know that for sure, because she said all of them will get pulled to her
Yeah.
once you reach like a tipping point.
Yeah, that's true.
You're probably right, though.
Yeah.
These gifts are a conversation, each one shows me the contours of your heart. So the routes you pick shape
What
you,
she perceives
shape
as you.
us.
Okay.
Let's just say the ones I've picked so far wouldn't have been the ones I would pick.
But they are the ones you picked.
They are the ones I picked because I thought we had to go through all of
and
them.
a brat.
No.
You wanted to go
I wanted to
through-
go through all of them. So I
Yes,
figured
you
we'd
did.
start with the two extremes and then work our way from there.
Yeah.
That was a mistake. Maybe. Is any of it a mistake?
It said there are no wrong. It's a love story.
I did really like this most recent one. That was
Yeah.
cool.
I will be here, waiting for you.
Everything goes dark, and you die.
Chapter 1, The Hero and the Princess. Thorny vessel, bring the thorn to her. Happy
You're
little
on a
multiverse
path
accidents.
in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin.
Simple and cute love story.
And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Simple and clean is the way that you're making me feel.
You're here to slay
so we're going to be
her.
skipping through
If you
to
don't,
the cabin. Yeah. Do you have any preferences for what we should do next?
No. Other than maybe not taking the blade
The
this
entire
time. We
blade
did take it
is-
last time.
We did not take it last time.
I thought we did.
The first time, I didn't take it, and then I decided to go back and get it.
Oh, that's
Stab
what it
her.
was. Oh.
Yes.
You're right.
Yep. So we can not take it.
the door to the basement, her voice
Hello?
is, don't let it.
So do I say I'm here to slay you? Is the first
know.
question.
You can't do a route you've already done.
You can't
Like,
do
it
a route
literally
you've already
locks
done.
you out, so.
Hey,
don't
I
know
think
what
I'm
else
here
to
to slay you.
You must have the wrong address.
Great job. You've given away the element of surprise. Good luck here. You walk down the stairs. She's beautiful. I am begging you.
Hi. You were joking.
Hold on. Let's talk a bit first.
Okay.
I can't just go back and get the blade. I can't pick any of the options that set her free yet. I don't know if that's
Yeah.
because I haven't talked about it yet. I wasn't kidding when I said I was going to send
Is
here to
that
kill
why
you.
they threw me down here? I don't remember much about it.
That's
Did they tell you?
No, which is why I don't think you're but she is dangerous.
Is she though?
She can be.
She can't. Everything is influenced by us,
It's
not
true.
her.
Um,
It's kind of like a metaphor for how people
true.
and experiences you have with people shape
sooner
who you
or
are.
later you'll learn to trust me. Hopefully it won't be too late
I
when
said
you finally
no,
come
which is
around.
why I don't think you're actually dangerous.
Thank you for believing me.
So I can just free her.
I don't know
But
what
won't
that
that
would
just
do.
become the...
Smitten? I don't know.
You walk up to the chains binding. They're large and heavy.
I'm guessing you don't have the key.
Maybe it's some doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away.
I'm going to check upstairs. Maybe the key's still lying around somewhere up there.
Okay, I'll be here.
You attempt to make someone else.
Yep, they lock us in.
You try the door. You make it easier for everyone. Look at the mess.
I heard the door slam.
There's a slight panic.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know.
She barely hesitates
Forgot.
before raising
Yeah.
her arm as she rips her flesh from her. It's the blade from upstairs. Or we could use it to free her. You won't like what happens if you do that.
Yeah,
So we have
so I
to
have
slay
to
her.
because we went the other way.
Damn.
Sorry.
It's okay.
Without hesitation, you bring the blade down and plunge it into the princess's back. Finally,
It's not her back.
the wound
Oh.
drives her to the ground. Okay, there's no going back now. I'm with you to the end.
You bastard. Were you lying to me this whole time?
The princess pushes away from you, the motion ripping the blade from her back. Wounded, but still alive, she crouches on all fours in the corner of the room and meets your eyes with the
We've
ferocity
already
of a
freed her, so we
horned
couldn't.
predator.
Yep.
It locks us out of things we've done.
You've made a terrible enemy, and there's nothing in the world that can possibly save you from me.
I thought we had the upper hand, but it's as if she's barely even threatened by us. It's an act. She's wounded and unarmed. There's nothing she can do to hurt you. I'm not so sure. Don't waver now. As you ready your blade to deliver a lethal blow, she lunges at your legs with the same animal ferocity she used to tear at her arm. Your knife cuts into her again and again as you're tackled to the ground, your body racked with pain as she rips into you with tooth and claw. Forget about trying to rescue her. This is about survival now. Give her everything you've got. Though your nerves are seizing with pain, you know you've done your fair share of damage as well, your blade having left deep gashes in the princess's back. You seize a moment of hesitation to throw her off of you and shakily push yourself back to your knees. We can still turn this around.
So you can give up. Or try to run, which I think she'll catch us. I think either way, she's killing us.
I think this is the one that's more like bestial, and this is the one that's more like big. If you remember.
No, not well, but
Okay, I'm gonna select give up.
okay.
Are you serious? As what's left of your blood pools around you on the cobblestone floor, the blade falls from your trembling hands and clatters uselessly against the ground. I suppose you simply lacked the will to finish the job.
Could have it the other way around though. We'll see what happens.
The princess, wounded but still alive, nervously jumps at the blade and
did
kicks
have
it
it the
far
other way
away
around.
from you before retreating into a dark corner of the room. Her shining eyes watch you from the darkness, unblinking and curious as you bleed out. We can only hope the wounds you managed to inflict will be enough to at least delay her escape from this place. If we're very lucky, they'll kill her before she can reach the outside world.
After all this time alone, I thought I'd finally found a friend, but you were just another monster, weren't you?
This is the end, isn't it? Before you can answer, everything goes dark, and you die.
Chapter 2, The Beast.
The Beast.
You did have it.
I did have it backwards.
You're on a path
That's okay.
in the woods,
Cat, thank you.
and at the end of that path is a cabin. You're here to slay her.
Which voice is it this time? I'm getting a terrible sense of deja vu.
Terrible sense of deja. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. If he doesn't remember what happened,
Hunted.
then something else must have trapped us here. You're not trapped here. Nobody's forcing you to do anything, though the only sensible thing for you to do right now is march up to that cabin and slay the princess.
Proceed to the cabin.
A warning. She will lie. Does a cat lie to a cornered mouse when it plays with its freedom? Or is it just acting out its nature? I don't see why that matters. A lie's a lie, and if anything, she's the one who's cornered. She could have gotten out of there whenever she wanted to. We should trust nothing that she tells us, only what we hear and smell. That's a very roundabout way of saying that you should listen to me and take this seriously. Maybe.
Is it sensible? What? Oh.
The interior of the cabin is ruinous and dilapidated. It feels like no one has lived here for a long time. Wind rushing in through cracks and holes in the wooden
Foundation's
walls.
like sagging.
The only furniture of note is a termite-eaten table with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
We don't have a choice.
That's the story.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Should I take the blade?
It's your choice.
I don't think doing the mirror actually does anything.
No, I just like to do it.
That's because there isn't a mirror. There's a table, the blade sitting on the table, and the door to the basement. There's nothing else in here.
I wonder if there's like
definitely
an
a
achievement
mirror.
for doing every mirror.
There might be.
There isn't. What a strange thing to lie about. Maybe he doesn't see it. Much like he hasn't seen what's already happened.
Why is handsome bolded? Why would you lie about that? What's the point?
Exactly. Why would I lie about something so meaningless? What good would a mirror even do? That you waste time preening yourself instead of doing what needs to be done?
Approach the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. This really isn't funny.
Wipe the mirror clean.
You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now. But it was there a second ago, and now it's gone.
So I wonder if there's always a chapter 3 if we take the blade here and then give it to her at some point.
That would make sense. Yeah.
You take the blade from the table.
Curious.
It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
Enter the basement.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing what's left of an old wooden staircase. It's still sturdy enough that you can make your way down in one piece, though you'll have to be mindful of holes.
It's always good to be mindful of holes.
The air seeping up from below is
Was it made for you?
oddly warm and wet.
Probably.
As if you're descending into a jungle. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. She growls up the stairs.
I can smell you.
She sounds almost feral, impatient, or maybe eager. You carefully make your way down the stairs. The last step gives way to the damp earth floor of a starlit pit. The walls are obscured by an impenetrable darkness, giving the illusion that the room might stretch on forever. You brush against the wide leaves of plants that surround you on all sides, seemingly the only living things that occupy this strange underground wilderness. The jungle is pressing in on us, hiding her from view. She could be anywhere.
I think we know where she is.
You see
Oh,
only
now
a
she's
flash
running
of the
more.
princess before she scurries away into the underbrush, dragging her heavy chain behind her. Remember, she's just a princess. She is certainly not just a princess. You're not helping. He doesn't matter what she is. It only matters what she does. Her shining eyes appear between the leaves, staring hungrily at you from the darkness.
I can hear your heart pounding from the bottom of the stairs, fledgling. You're right to be terrified. I'm so much more than you. And a little splinter clutched in trembling hands won't save you from me.
A shiver rushes up your spine and pulls you upright. The air's shifting. She's getting ready to pounce. Move, now.
I don't know.
You're about to attack me, aren't you? I can see right through you.
There's a shift in the humid air, and something enormous. The princess lunges from the shadows, her maw unhinged and dripping, her eyes fierce and full of hunger. She is too quick to outrun, too nimble to outmaneuver, too determined to overpower. This is her domain. You are devoured.
Vor.
Vor.
We found the Vor.
Guess that's it,
Vor, princess.
isn't it? Unfortunately for you, no. This isn't it. You are in a dark and caustic place. A thick, fibrous lining constricts around you, its slick surface impossible to grip. Your hands scrabbling uselessly at your surroundings as they compress in on you. Your lungs can barely expand in such a tiny space. Not that the humid, finite air grants you more than a few shallow breaths at a time.
You spoke when you needed to act.
The liquid pooling beneath you starts to seep into your skin. You itch, then sting, then burn as the acid begins its slow work.
When I killed you, I tried to leave this place, but it wouldn't let me. You belong down there, it screamed at me. The world is better off without you in it.
The flesh around you rumbles as the princess begins to move, her thundering footfalls twisting you helplessly about. Your skin protests as the corrosive liquid sloshes around you, but there will be no respite for you in sight. The burning grows stronger, and you can feel layers of you being peeled away.
I'm only sad that we didn't get to see like a full image of this version of her.
Yeah, that's true.
But you don't belong down here. You came from somewhere else. You came from out there. So I consumed your dead heart, and I carried it in my throat, and I draped what was left of you on my back, and I threw myself against that door.
She stops, her muscles tensing around you, and through the muffling layers of her flesh you hear the whine of straining metal. And with a pop, she lurches forward, your body lurching right along with her. Her chains. She's loose.
But even then, it denied me freedom. You cannot fool me by draping yourself in decay. I know your true nature, and it is suffering.
Gravity pulls at you as you're hefted upwards, the distant creaking of ancient wooden steps barely audible over the thudding of the princess's heart.
And then it was gone, and I was here. A new enclosure, a nicer cage, but still a prison. I learned from my wounds. You're alive now. We can leave together.
Does that work? Could she free herself if we're alive in here?
Thank you for
Do
the
you really need me to give you a definitive answer for you to understand that the situation is grim? Stop her. Do something. You still have that steel claw. Tear through her before we are her. Survive. Or we could use it to make this quick for ourselves. If she needs us in order to leave, we could at least deny her that. That is a bad thing to do.
Oh.
Can you talk to the cabin?
You could have asked before swallowing me alive. Spit me out or I'll kill myself and nobody gets to leave. I have my steel claw. I could use it to hurt you.
Or just do that.
Or just do it. Bargain with her. Or kill yourself. Sorry, slay yourself. Interesting. I don't know. What are you feeling?
Either the surprising her by saying fine. I like surprising her. It's funny. But I don't know. Like,
Can you talk to the cabin?
it's a good question.
I understand it, and it understands me. Talking is for those who don't know how to listen.
Okay. Well, explore is not a choice, right?
Right.
So you could
it's
have.
usually, it seems sometimes it leads to choices.
Yeah, that's true.
You could have asked before swallowing me whole, alive.
I acted on my will, fledgling, and you acted on yours. The strong triumph, and the weak submit or perish.
Your body is violently jostled, the disruption causing burning skin to slough from raw muscle, and you hear what you can only assume is the princess pulling against the door to the cabin.
The cage is still locked.
Oh.
I don't think we can talk our way out of this. We are drowning in death. There's no more space for words.
Spit me out or I'll kill myself and nobody gets to leave. You need me to want to free you, don't you? You can't force me to let you out of here. Just because I want freedom doesn't mean I want to give you yours. You need me to want to free you, don't you? You can't force me to let you out of here.
Every creature craves freedom. You will too before you die.
Your body is violently jostled, the disruption causing burning skin to slough from raw...
The cage is still...
I don't think we can talk our... We are drowning.
So either we allow her to leave.
Or we slay ourselves.
In an act of spiteful defiance, you pull your weapon to your
curious to see where
throat,
this goes.
your shaking, ulcerous
Brat was
hand
curious
clenched tight
about
around
being a
its
brat.
hilt. And then you draw it across
It
your
wasn't
arm
being a
with
brat.
hands.
You couldn't
Blood
just let her
flows
have
out,
it.
filling the tiny space inside
I'm
the
curious.
princess. You start to fade. A waste of a good life. It's better than giving in to her. But in the end, the opinions of stray voices mean little in the grand scheme of things. Everything goes dark.
Tickle her with the
And you
steel
die.
claw. Chapter 3, The Wild.
Wild.
What's it look like?
Oh.
We are a path in the woods. We have no beginning, and we have no end. But something cold and unnatural sits watching us from just beyond our edge.
So, it's kind of romantic. We died in her, right? So she
Everything's romantic to
digested.
you.
No, so she digested us, and like we're merged with her now. That's what's going on here, I think,
Oh.
because
that
she
wasn't me.
consumed us. Do you want to pause here?
Oh,
It's
because
about to be an
ads.
ad.
Sure, we'll pause here because we don't know how long this route's going to be and play an ad.
Yep.
We are the princess, or she's our new narrator?
I don't know. We'll find out after this ad break.
So, are you BRB?
Yes.
Okay, we'll be right back, chat. Get up, stretch, hydrate, do all the things you guys need to do. And then I guess after we finish this chapter, we're probably finishing the game. So early stream, we'll see. Which is probably fine because I have a private live stream at 8 tonight anyway. So, for those in the Patreon part. Romance, human eats another human alive. I know. All right, we're playing an ad. You're not missing story if you're getting an ad. Don't worry. We'll be right back. Boop, boop, doo, doo, doo. I am supposed to be starting. Oh, there it is. Okay. BRB, everyone. Enjoy your lo-fi. There you go. Now you can say that to me, Corey.
You're right. That is romance.
Anyway, we're back, and ad should be done. So let's
Yes.
see where this takes us and what happens at the end.
His gaze pushes against our borders, curling them in on themselves,
The narrator?
preventing
Narrator, I
them from
think.
stretching to the places they need to reach.
No, that's all wrong. You're not a path in the woods, you're on a path in the woods. Who's even saying that? That's not the princess, is it? Oh no. How many times have you been here? I think this is our third? That's bad. That's very, very bad. It wasn't even supposed to reach 2. If you're at 3, well, no wonder things aren't the way they're supposed to be. Let's get our facts straight. What happened last time? What could you have possibly done for things to be like this?
I got omnummed.
The thing that sits beyond our edge speaks his logic into us. He tries to grasp at things that cannot be
Capital E.
grasped.
Mm-hmm.
He tries to stare with wide pupils at that which can only be held from the corner of the eye or with a passing glance.
Shut up. The rest of you talk. What happened? What did you do?
So rude.
We're part of her because she consumed us. Can she hear us if we talk?
Yes.
I can hear everything, little one, but you don't have to be afraid of me. There's no place where you end and I begin. Nothing can hurt you here.
I'm not boring you. Literally not possible. With you being alive. Sorry, baby.
I need a minute.
River needs a minute.
It shouldn't count as her eating us if
Stubborn.
we offed ourselves.
Wouldn't know anything about that.
We're still here, though. And if we're safe, isn't that better? I guess this is fine. Doesn't feel half bad. Miles better than being dissolved, anyway. She ate you. And now you're convinced that you're stuck together. What a mess.
Convinced.
He
I think.
doesn't understand.
Yeah.
We aren't convinced of anything, and we aren't stuck together. We're one. This is how we're supposed to be. Can't you feel it?
Hashtag deep. Oh, that's asking about the narrator.
Yeah, everything else is a choice, and there's a bunch. So we're going to ask this thing watching us, what is he?
I'm not watching you, I'm trying to help you. That's not an answer to our question.
I don't know what he is. I only know that he is something other, and that he wishes for you and I to tear ourselves apart.
I do want that, but only because it's in your best interests. It's in everyone's best interests. You won't be able to slay her unless you remove yourself from her.
He wants us to kill each other.
I don't. I want you to kill her. Don't be charmed by her faux solidarity. You're not in this together.
You are now.
We kind of always have been in this together.
Yeah.
She's the only one who poses a threat to the world, and she's trying to make you go along with it. You don't have to enable her, especially when you have what it takes to stop her.
I've had enough of this guy. How do we stop him? Okay, let's say I want to stop her. What do I do? I feel like I can't do much of anything right now. Why should anyone do anything right now? This is fine. I like being like this.
This is fine.
Why are you being nice to me? Aren't you a monster? Didn't you eat me? I can feel the pressure of the outside pushing in on us. What are we supposed to do about it? Whatever we are right now is an abomination, and I want us out. And I want out. I don't like this. I'm supposed to be me, and you're supposed to be something that isn't me. Okay, you, narrator. How do I stop her?
Or do nothing.
Or do nothing. Why are you being nice to me? Aren't you a monster? Didn't you eat me?
We can't go back to that. We can't go back to the fear and the hunger and the pain. Not after being something as beautiful as this.
Doesn't all that conflict
Panic.
feel so
Oh.
far away right now? So petty? We've been posed against each other by something that understands the strength of our unity.
Thank you for the clip.
That's interesting.
I can feel a thumping. A heartbeat. Like a distant terror that keeps getting louder the more we pay attention.
So are we
Do
still
we
in
not
her?
have a heartbeat?
Oh, I just thought we were still in her, so
Oh,
you
that
feel
might
like
be, yeah.
the heartbeat against you.
Please, stop. If you let it in, we'll fall apart.
Don't look at it!
Hold yourself together. We're no strangers to effort. We can push this back down. Something might do us in eventually, but I'll be damned if that something is a thought.
Huh.
Interesting. Hi, Bear. Tally's in there. Tally. Aw. What is happening?
I will say the Z in this typeface is very interesting.
Yeah.
What?
I don't necessarily want to break away from her, but at the same time, I want to know what the terror in our heart is. Because I feel
Yeah.
like that's the root of the narrator.
It's very interesting.
Baron's coming back.
Generally, it's not great to bury things, right?
Right.
But if they're negative things, or if they're like
Is it though?
self-harm things,
Gently guide him off the desk. Oh, he doesn't really have a place to go there. Yeah. Thank you.
huh?
I want to know what the terror is because I'm just too curious. But I know it's going to freak her out, which is
Kind of like being fused.
Yeah. I just...
Sure, let's do it. Gaze at the terror at this in your heart.
Please, don't make us remember how I was.
And just like that, you start to fall apart. I can remember it now. I didn't like being eaten. I'd forgotten how much it burned. And the air was so hard to breathe. But she didn't care. She didn't care at
So is it just
all.
like, this is like
I guess we
dwelling
should've
on all
saved.
the negative
I didn't want
emotions
that.
that we just went through?
At least we didn't have
It's
to
not
sit through it
entirely
to the
what I
end.
meant when I wanted
I
to.
think she owes us, don't you, lads? She barely felt more than a little indigestion while we burned away inside of her.
As you remember the terror and pain you felt at the hands of the princess, you start to remember something else, too. You remember that you are a distinct being with a finite form and a mortal body. You can feel it. There is a shifting of the space around you, the infinitesimal movement of your molecules rearranging back into the shape of what you're meant to be.
Oh, No, I just didn't pick up the fact that we bore the forest too,
Oh.
and the path and everything.
No! I devoured you! I won! I put things back the way they were supposed to be!
Some
The
division
wounds
when
sometimes
sown,
can never be mended.
can never truly be mended. A cavernous
Oh.
gash rips across whatever it was you thought you were.
Are we tearing free from her?
Yeah.
A
Oh,
cabin
well,
comes
yes,
into
but-
being among the trees. It approaches, and it swallows your body whole.
Well, we get swallowed either
Does
way.
not feel like a great route, IMO.
No.
And then you find yourself, blade
Oh.
in hand, exactly where you need to be. At the center of it all is the princess, a wooden and fleshy heart
like resigned.
beating with an unbroken rhythm. You're filled with a sense of purpose. Strike at her. End this once and for all.
Never mind, this does not feel particularly romantic.
No, I think we picked the non-romantic.
Yeah, but I wonder if we...
I feel empty, don't you?
This doesn't feel like a fight. This isn't what I wanted. Where's the victory in this?
I feel safe. She isn't dangerous anymore.
Yeah.
We could leave.
Hi,
her.
Eric. Hello. Yeah, she laid her
both
heart
live.
bare. Or she is right now.
It would be incredibly cruel to leave now. I think.
Well, I don't think we
Do
should
we
kill
have to
her,
do
though.
this? You have to. You know you have to.
I don't think we can become one again. Oh, we can cut her free.
I never really wanted to kill you, not really, but we can't be the same thing as each other. I had to put an end to whatever happened to us.
I prefer that over slaying her.
Is it though? After like...
Do you want to save beforehand?
No, I'm just going to commit to one of them. And like, we'll go back and explore this.
This doesn't seem romantic to you guys. I would rather cut her free, but I don't know if she can live being cut free. That's the only thing I'm worried about.
It also feels like you could interpret it as like being really cruel if she like loved like what we were, and now we're forcing her to live like
side by side
as her own being again.
I mean, I guess. Yeah, the art's really good.
Sure. Cut her free.
Devious little bastard. If you think I'm going to let you free her, you have another thing coming. And that other thing is... We'll just have to wait and find out when it happens.
Just ignore him. What's he gonna do? Lecture us into submission? He can talk all he wants.
You're tired, aren't you? No, I'm not. I'm... fine. Whatever. You cut the princess down from the roots that bind her. I hope you're happy. Good luck getting her out of here.
I didn't think you would do that after everything.
Oh.
Yeah.
Didn't realize
didn't
she
see
had no body.
The roots.
No, that I just didn't see that she had, like, she's a torso. She's got
like
no hips and legs.
Like a dryad kind of.
It's already
Bonded with the
starting to
trees
grab
and
her,
stuff.
though.
Oh, you're right.
It's so cold without you.
Oh, I don't feel great about that route.
I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
I didn't know. Like, I thought...
No, I know. We're just exploring.
Yeah, I know.
But you don't get the chance to respond, nor will you ever. It's time to leave. Memory returns.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
Approach the mirror. You approach the mirror. Gaze into your reflection. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. You are nothing at all. But that isn't right. You can't be nothing. You refocus your gaze, and then you see it. A figure, faint and veiled in shadow, just beyond the reflection.
You guys can't see it because the banner completely covers it. There you go. It's a crow face. Straight up crow face. Okay. Are you me?
I think you know what I am.
A crack slides down the center of the mirror, splitting the image in the glass in two. And then another crack forms, and another, turning the mirror into jagged shards of broken glass.
Oh, there he is. Little eye.
There
It's
are-
blinking. There are multiple eyes.
There are so many choices. I guess we'll start from the top. So you're the narrator. I was wondering if I'd ever get to see you.
The narrator, yes. I suppose that's my job, isn't it? You needed help after all, an objective voice to guide your blade. But you were never supposed to see me. I wonder how many worlds you've damned to extinction to fall this far.
Night, Demonas. Have a lovely evening and
Bye.
rest. Have a lovely night. Take care of yourself.
Do we only have time to ask,
Probably.
what are you? Are you something like me? If you're not me, then what are you? I have so many questions for you. Does it hurt when pieces of you break off like that? I'm sorry. I don't want to destroy you. Will it help if I look away or stop asking questions? Every time I ask you something, it's like a piece of you breaks. Are you a part of me or are you something else? I've met you many times. Have you been the same you all along? I wasn't supposed to see this, was I? What is this place? Where are we?
Whatever you're more curious to hear first.
Are you a part of me or are you something else?
No, I'm not a part of you. But that's all a matter of perspective, isn't it? From one vantage point I must seem wholly foreign, but from another, well, all the versions of me that have existed have collectively heard your every thought and driven your every action. If that isn't being part of you, then what is?
What is this place? Where are we?
A construct. It was supposed to keep the two of you trapped here until the job was done, and it was supposed to guide your hand to help you see things through. The construct you're in exists in every world at once. Any time you failed, any time you thought yourself dead, it would restart and shunt both you and her into a new world. But you're waking up to your true nature now. It won't be able to work like that anymore.
Oh, these are different. Some of
These
them.
are different, yeah. The people out there beyond the walls of the construct, do they know about this?
Of
Do they
course.
know what you want me to
The
do?
only way this construct could function was if nobody knew what it was doing. But the bones of the universe are old. It's on the cusp of its dying breath, and the people out there are consumed with thoughts of oblivion. When the patterns are wiped from the sand, when the board is reset, who will remember them? All I've done is give them a chance to live outside of the shadow of the end.
And what is my true identity?
You're the long quiet, the god I made to rid the world of death.
Oh.
Well, doesn't Hans entity call the space
The world, the space.
long
the
quiet?
quiet.
But also ridding of death. That's why we keep coming back, because we never fully die. Is she deaf? What?
What is the princess? Did you make her too?
She is the shifting mound, the ebb and flow.
Is my stripper name?
The capacity to change. She is transformation, or most of it. Her nature is why I had to die, for she becomes that which others perceive her to be. But an echo can't perceive things, not in the way that people can.
So she's like chaos?
So I tucked a part of myself into the folds of this construct to guide you. This isn't the end just yet. You can still destroy her and save everyone. You were made to do this single task, and you will still have a chance to fulfill your purpose once I'm gone.
But I think once he's gone, it will all be like whatever we choose, we do. It's not going to be stopped by him.
So what would it be like to live in a world without her?
Light, burdenless, an eternal pattern of forgetfulness leading into the joys of rediscovery. Everyone
Sounds like
will
my
be with the ones they love. No more fear, no more howling chaos. Just life, forever.
It seems like heaven, or what people.
How does
perceive as heaven.
removing
The
like
capacity to
change do that? I'm missing the connection here.
There's a cruel irony to it all. The only way I could share my dream with the world was to never be able to see it for myself.
I am not someone who likes things to stay as they are forever. Like, if people and yourselves don't change and grow, God, life would be so boring. Over time.
I want to ask why he wants to destroy her, but that question's not here yet. Maybe it will be eventually. There are so many questions here.
There are so many, and I think you only have 3.
Yeah.
Unless there's one behind the options, but I can't see it.
No, there's not, I don't think. Why would you want to rid the world of death?
If you need to ask that question, there's nothing I can say to move you. You haven't died. You cannot die. So you cannot grasp the abject horror of dying.
I mean, I understand that.
Sure.
But for things like dying in itself, yes, is scary and nobody wants it. However, to stop death and to basically keep the world in pause, unable to ever change or be different or grow, is not necessarily a better opportunity either. Or it's not a better outcome either.
For sure, death is good, actually. Important, even.
If that's your belief, there's nothing I can say to move you.
Oh my god.
You haven't died.
It's the same one, yeah. He clearly has not heard of the story of Sisyphus. Yeah.
How am I supposed to destroy an abstract concept?
With some amount of difficulty. But you're an abstract concept yourself. It would have been preferable if you had destroyed her within the confines of the construct, but when I shaped the two of you, I made sure that you were strong enough to see things through.
Death of the offer run out of questions. So we have no more questions because this is the last thing he can ever say. Say nothing, watch him end.
I'm not going to slay her, and I want you to know that before you die for good. Rest easy, I'm going to destroy her.
Or you can lie. Which I think he'll know if you lie.
I haven't decided what I'm going to do yet. I still have to see what she thinks about all of this.
I've said my piece, and my time is up. I'm just an echo, and every echo fades away. You know what you have to do.
As the final fragment of glass shatters, you see yourself with newfound clarity.
The long quiet, all of this is you.
The narrator was right. You are the long quiet, a vast and nascent god, and it is finally time for you to wake up. All of this is you. Proceed to the cabin one last time.
A wounded vessel, bring the wounded wild to her.
When you arrive at the heart of things, there is no final vessel for you to bear witness to. There is nothing for you to find.
She is the mound.
Oh.
I can finally see you, and you can finally see me.
Biblically accurate princess. Love the new look. That's just stasis, yeah.
Puppets bunker.
It's just near.
It's been so long.
Ball body.
And my heart has ached for this moment. I've missed you dearly.
Oh boy. Do you know about the echo? Did you hear our conversation?
Every word you spoke found its way to me. I know him, and I know his construct. He was deluded by his fear of death. Pay him no mind.
I'm the long quiet, but I don't really know what that means.
Names are their attempts to capture that which cannot be captured. They call me the shifting mound, a pale imitation of what I actually am.
What happens now?
Ever the passive player, always reacting and never acting. But it's woven into your nature, isn't it? When the echoes spun us from one into two, he gave you a choice and me a role to play. I am not death, but I contain it in my multitudes. So, will you attempt to destroy me and bring about a world devoid of death and the possibility of meaning? Or will you open the final doors to our liberation?
I don't think it's really meant to be sexual. I think it's
No, it's
all
definitely
of,
not.
I think it's all of the princesses clinging on.
It's a
or
symbolic representation of all the
coming to
different
her.
possibilities.
Yeah.
All the different paths.
But also coming to her. She said they'll all come to me when you're at the end. So
There's so many stories we've left unfinished. Can we really just leave? Don't you have a say in all of this? Why is this all falling on me? Let's talk this through. I still have so many questions and I need answers before I can make a choice. If I let you out, an entire world ends for good. I can't do that. Right, because he said the universe was dying. It's at the end of its life.
maybe just are.
If you were always going to become this, then what was the point of me doing anything? Did it even matter what roads I walked if all of them would have led to this moment? There has to be another way. This can't just come down to me either destroying you or letting you out. I won't do it.
I have so many thoughts I literally cannot say because so many spoilers.
Spoilers for...
14.
Yeah, exactly. If
But
you
let's
finish
just-
14...
Let's just say I very
It's
much
like parallels
perceive
going on
her
here.
as someone and us as someone. Or what we could be.
It's very interesting.
But that is some Endwalker shit
boy.
you guys don't know. I mean, I already know what me and River are going to agree with, probably. And want to do. Hi, hero. Hello. It's just accidentally sexy. Yeah, fair. I do like that, like, one of these arms is supporting this body on the lower left. Like, here, I'll help.
Interesting. There's so many stories we've left unfinished. Can we really just leave?
Even as your eyes begin to open, you still hold on to the notions of is and is not, of beginning and end, pitch black islands in the blinding light of the infinite. There is nothing to resolve, nothing restraining us but us.
The personalities are much different. Just parallels are very similar.
I mean, I know the answer to this, but I'm still going to click it. If you were always going to become this, then what was the point of me doing anything? Did it even matter what roads I walked if all of them would have led to this moment?
If you're saying that, it's because you don't yet understand. But we cannot use words alone to grasp at things that words cannot express. And you cannot rationalize with logic that which defies it. Violence and passion are dances that both of us know well. If this is what it takes to enlighten you, then so be it. A web of nerves, lain upon a web of nerves, lain upon a web of nerves. The shade of a beautiful beginning we can never return to. You knew me, and I knew you, even more than either of us know each other now, and you chose to pull apart that weave. But you did not choose to end me. We were still one, but we were also separate, and we were free. We were as we are. Will you excise that part of yourself now that you see me from yet another angle?
I didn't realize this was...
I don't want to be enlightened.
You were part of me I couldn't bring myself to hurt you. I couldn't bring myself to hurt you then, but maybe I should have.
No, disagree.
I miss what it was like to be together. Can we go back to it? I won't engage with violence.
I like the first one.
Remain silent.
All things are connected through me and through you. To harm me is to harm yourself, is to harm everything. The truth of that moment remains our truth. A thought is a vine, and some thoughts nurture thorns that bleed the soul, and endless growth that blots your vision and strangles your trust. When I succumbed to myself, you patiently stood by me and cut the thistles that rooted in my skin. Your compassion is what freed us both, but compassion is a thing that must be nurtured, and you cannot nurture that which cannot change.
Yeah. I don't disagree. Of course I helped you. I didn't want us to hate each other. Is what I would say.
We can stop this early.
I don't really want to do that though. I want to see the film.
Then help me again. We are each other's liberation.
The wraith is terrible. Oh, there's our feet. Just two feet.
You chose agency, but agency requires action, and action requires endless tapestry of events. In your final moments, would you remove action itself from reality?
Can you say what shape a world without you would take? I don't want that world to come to pass. You didn't give me much choice.
Or just...
I won't engage with violence. Okay.
Can you say with certainty what shape a world without you will take?
I know what I am, but I do not know what I am not. If a world without me is so unknown, then how... Your liver tried to stake into your body, and another, and another, and another. Do I miss your heart because I can't stand to see it go?
That was,
Biblically accurate princess. Agency requires action. Action required cat. The toe beans! They were cute.
If a world without me is so unknown, then how can you be so sure you want to create it?
But the stakes meant nothing to you.
Ooh.
You had a desire, and you set that desire free. You lifting me and me lifting you. Forever and ever and ever. Consumed by true belief, there was nothing that could hold us back.
So it doesn't change the ultimate form or ending, but it does change what we see
Forces
here.
you to reflect on
the choices we made.
And why we made them.
We were horny. No.
You're horny.
That feeling never left me. Okay.
Feeling never left me.
What's the feeling? You had a desire and you set that desire free. But you lifting me, lifting you. So much belief. There's nothing. I would say that feeling never left me, probably.
Then there's no need for you to fight what we are. Whenever you're ready, we can leave together. Hand in loving hand.
I thought we had a fifth one, but I guess not.
I don't think so.
Because then we got someone before Uwu.
No,
But maybe that's the base one? The one that starts it all?
Maybe. I'm ready. I want to leave with you. I won't leave with you, not until you see things from my perspective.
What does that even mean?
What even is our perspective?
Do you want to save for this one at least? Because, like, We can see both options at least here. I mean, that says stop the fight early and surrender still.
Yeah.
So that's not necessarily... That's like not getting to see more.
Right. So I won't leave with you not until you see things from my perspective.
We could do that, and then we could just reload and see what that looks like.
If you need more time to open your eyes, then I will give you all the time in the world.
Oh, the prisoner. There we
To
go.
question everything is to deny the
Oh,
proof
so
of
it just allowed
reality
us
that
to see the
lies in
platform.
front of you. By believing in your suffering, you make your suffering real. In believing in your limitations, you placed a shackle on your neck. But even then, you remembered the impermanence of
Trapped
the
ourselves down there
material
with her.
Right.
and watched as the walls of your prison decayed into nothing. To be impermanent is not to end, but to change. And for the world to be impermanent is to make finite the suffering of all things. Would you strip that gift away and leave them all to suffer in their permanence?
You'll get over it to see permanence as a gift in time. That would be torture.
I would say that would be torture. Is permanence unchanging? I don't want to be who I was like fucking 10 years ago.
What's interesting is that "14" has a very definitive answer to this, and this feels a little more open-ended.
Yeah, I think
up to what the player thinks.
Well, yeah, because this is a choice-based game. 14 is a narrative.
Yeah.
A linear narrative.
That would be torture.
It would. Our purpose is to be and to experience, and their purpose is the same. To be permanent is to cease. To be paused is to be trapped.
As the clash between you abates, you begin to shake, your will rapidly dissolving.
Nothing is immutable. Everything that is exists only in relation to everything it isn't. There is no constant. There is no center. Open your eyes and accept what we are. We can leave this prison together.
More exploring. You want to read them for chat,
Sure.
though? Hi, Wolf. Hello.
It's easy to believe in the things you believe in when you get to sit above it all. What do you think happens if we leave here? Okay, I'm ready to go. But how do we leave? I never wanted to fight you, but how do we leave? I can't let that happen. I can't let everything die. Say the princess. I have to fight for a better world. I'm so sorry. Slay the princess. You are cruelty itself, and I cannot let you exist. Slay the princess. I don't know what the answer is, but there has to be something. It can't be this. I won't kill you, but I won't let you free. You've done everything you can to make me understand your perspective, but you keep dismissing mine. If you think you can change me, then I must be able to change you.
Maybe the perspective is that the hero is just really wanted the blade back. I mean,
Our perspective is that we don't. Our perspective is whatever the player's perspective is.
yeah.
Because our perspective as a character is that we are a construct created to kill her. That's literally our entire purpose.
Well, what they did is they didn't even construct us. They split us.
Yeah.
We were the universe, but then
Or
it decided to split aspects of life to go against each
Something,
other,
yeah.
but to kill
kill
death
death.
would kill change, would kill what she is.
Right.
So that's why they had to link it all together, because
the
death was
universe
so
was about to
intrinsically
end.
weaved in with her. Whereas us,
The heat death.
it seems like
I'm still not clear on what our aspect is.
we're stasis.
Maybe.
We're
Yeah.
a vessel. Hi, Goose. Hello. It's good. We're at the end. Well, our end. I think River might agree, but that change is good, and that we're probably not wanting to kill her. Because unchanging, immovable time and life would be in itself hell.
Right.
I mean, depending on your perspective.
I never wanted to fight you, but how do we leave?
Thought
Nothing
conflict.
brings me greater
Through-
joy than to hear those
Through
words.
conflict,
The
we
final
carve meaning.
peace lies with you.
I can't read. Nothing brings me greater joy than to hear those words. The final peace lies with you.
For yourself. You fall into yourself. The body of an ancient creature stirs from its hibernation, and you feel sensation in limbs you once couldn't fathom. Everything here except for her is you. You feel your wings spanning a cosmic scale, but twisted and crumpled and bound in agonized tension to a finite plane. You feel the glass of the construct pressing in on you, confining you across infinite sides and infinite angles. You push back and strain against it, but it does not
I
yield.
love you.
Take her hand. All at once, the unyielding tension breaks.
Light us.
You are free, and she is with you.
It's magnificent.
There are no words, no thoughts to describe absolute reality. Something that simply is. What happens now?
Everything. Just like it always has been. And just like it always will be.
Step into the infinite. You and she step forward into 1,000 dawns and 1,000 sunsets, each of which contains 1,000 more. You exist, and you are aware, just as you have always been, and just as you will always be. Though conflict is in your nature, the two of you will never be alone, and the two of you will never know fear. You and she are finally home.
There are no endings, only new beginnings. It's a love story. Aww. I mean, she murders you all the time. Not all the time. There's we got two endings where we just like sat there together, and then we killed her in one ending, repeatedly. And then she killed us repeatedly. Not even, no, just once, and then she was like, wait, why'd you let me kill you? It's how you treat her. Our song, finish the game. The good ending doesn't count. What does that mean?
Do you remember the little like,
Can we use more words than
it was like badly drawn. It was like, you win, good ending.
Oh, gotcha. That was after like,
Yeah,
that's
it
if
was
you
the
kill
joke
her or
ending.
whatever. Gotcha.
Thank you so much for playing. As an expression of our gratitude, here's the track order for a special playlist just for you. If you'd like to take a screenshot, you can hide the UI by hitting H.
I took a screenshot. Woo.
So this is the order of
Sound.
the ones we picked,
Oh.
right?
Oh, I didn't think it was
Because the thorn, the wild. Yeah, this is the order.
Okay. Yay? No, this was good. I mean, for us. Oh, join the Discord, join the mailing list, join the subreddit, follow us somewhere else, make your playlist, play our other game, Return to Main Menu. We did it! So yeah, like the ending would just show you different perspectives if you did different
Yes.
princesses. Because there are more than what we showed. We only did 5. Technically.
25 of 97 achievements.
That's how many we got. So this is all we'll be playing on stream. Because one, you guys should play this. You should
There are
absolutely play
different.
this.
Because 66% of players finished the game. Only 32% of players got that one.
Well, yeah, it depends what option you pick at the end there,
Yeah.
too. And it also depends if you decide to kill her or decide, yeah, like, that makes sense. So, yeah, there are way other princesses we never saw. There are, like, you could do the walking away from the cabin and then actually going and seeing her, which we didn't do. We just kept walking away.
Yeah, which is like Eldritch Horror.
Yeah, like, there's a lot of different options that we did not see. So I highly encourage people to get it. Fun game concept. Surprised I hadn't heard of it till now. Yeah, it's really, really good. I really like it a lot. Oh. I saw that on OBS.
Oh, yeah.
River was in the overlay.
Sorry, I was looking through the achievements.
Oh, that's horrifying.
Oh, that's really interesting.
Yeah. So the reason we're not going to be playing the rest of the options on stream is because River's impatient.
I am impatient.
And it
Sorry.
would take a while for us to
would
get
take
through
us
it,
a
I think,
long
and find all the
time.
options. And I'm sure other people have done it if you want to see it. Otherwise, I really encourage you getting the game because supporting the devs, especially
very
with
good.
how much they put into this, there are so many
Dev is
opportunities.
Black Tabby Games, I believe. It's on Steam.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
very
it's really
good.
cool. We did it. Oh, I never knew that all this
it's like
changed.
a demo reel.
Oh, unsettling. It makes me nervous as to what's going to show up next.
Right.
But yeah. So we ended early today, which again is probably good because if you're a part of private live stream tonight, I'll see you guys in like, what's math? 4.5 hours? Yeah. I'll see you guys
Yeah.
in 4.5 hours. But, and I'll need all my brain power to finish this puzzle game we've been working through. So, the next stream will be Tuesday. I don't know what yet. Defender message.
Don't know what?
back? Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, that doesn't help. So Tuesday I'll be live. I don't know with what at noon Central Standard Time. We'll see. We'll have a dual stream again this next week. I just don't know if it's Tuesday or Thursday because we're working stuff out. Because we'll have another late stream in the evening where me, River, Finder, and Wolf will work through the variant dungeon levels again. So okay, it just loops to that.
Oops, there.
So we'll be seeing more of the
Hopefully
different routes.
finish, question mark, ambition.
We're not doing 8 routes. Because if we do Tuesday, I have an appointment the next morning, and Finder has an appointment the next morning, Friday. So either day, we can't go too late.
Yeah.
It'll probably be one more stream after that, unfortunately. Whichever day I do late stream, I'll just do the Suika game. Fruit game. To have a short stream just in the beginning. But then the other day, whichever one we don't do the double stream, is going to be Shadowbringers. Wednesday is my day off, but we'll be watching stuff in Discord. Alice in Borderlands Season 2. But the reason I don't want to stream Wednesday is because I am taking the cats to the vet at 9 in the morning, and Tali's being anesthesiaed. So I want to make sure she doesn't hurt herself walking around and stuff, and I am very much not able to do that while streaming. So Wednesday is going to be my day off, so Thursday is going to be a stream. Friday is going to be a Patreon pick from Hall, where we'll be more... I'll just quit out of that, actually. Where we'll be doing more... I was like, is it going to let me quit? AI the Somnium Files. And then... Oh, that's loud for you guys. AI the Somnium Files is Friday, and Saturday is Splatfest, apparently. And I'll be with Snuffles and probably Finder and maybe Wolf, depending on how long we go or whatnot. We'll be Team Hug, because hell yeah. Team Hug. And it's green. No. You're just a Shiver fan. No.
Yeah. It needs to be firm. You need to give a firm
Like, you opened
handshake.
it.
You opened it. It's down there.
Oh. Why is it so tiny? Okay. Anyway. Oh, God. Oh,
The
God.
second one.
How to do that? Hug. Hold. But yeah, so that's the schedule for this next week. I will post it Monday on both Twitter and Discord, so you guys can kind of see ahead of time what's going on this next week. But we're gonna go raid someone. So
I'm gonna raid someone.
I know, it's a Sunday. It's weird. I'm gonna smack your hand. Is what I'm gonna do.
Yep.
Let's go raid. Let's go raid Alice the Crazy, who is currently perfect. For me saying I was playing AI Somnium Files Friday.
Yeah, there you go.
Alice the Crazy is currently playing Zero Escape, Zero Time Dilemma, which is the same developers, I believe.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
It's your favorite.
If you guys don't know Alice, they're wonderful and sweet. I know they play a lot of co-op games with Minx, so you probably know Alice from there. But let's go give Alice some love. If you guys need something to say, copy and paste this to 1. Make sure it works, and 2, to let us know you're coming with. Thank you, River, for joining me.
Thank you
so much. And we will see you guys later. So have a safe Sunday night and good luck at work tomorrow. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye, guys.